All right, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you guys for having me here today. I appreciate the opportunity to be able to be here and to tell you about Pivot Point and what we are doing. To begin, let me start off by telling you about myself. My name is Ty. I am the fifth of 6 children. I'm originally from Los Angeles, and like many have experienced, my parents decided to go their separate ways, leaving my mother to raise 6 kids all on her own, which for us meant not just doing homework, but chores and oftentimes having to get dinner ready on the table. Mom worked and she worked all the time. So we learned very early on that you have to earn your way. In our house, if you don't work, you don't eat. Clearly, I have a strong work ethic. Anyway, enough of that. Fast forward to a little bit in the future. I went through and tried my hand at inventing a few things. One of them was a paging system for your remote on your TV. I went through invent help for that. The other one was a hand tool for the oil and gas industry, which I went through a few innovation centers for that. That led me to becoming an early stage business consultant, where predominantly I help my clients go from their idea to their first sets of dollars. About 18 months ago, somebody asked me what businesses can I help an individual start for less than $100. Wait for it. One of them was appliance repairs. Basically, a toolkit and some YouTube videos, and you are on your way. I was later asked if I had heard about this company called Pivot Point that goes and picks up appliances and does basically the same thing. I ended up finding out later that Pivot Point is a multi-level ministry that through donated appliances basically does 2 things. 1, aims to serve the ALIS population. 2, helps individuals with employment barriers by giving them trainings and soft skills that employers are looking for. Everyone who comes to our program is able to take the tools that they have with them when they go. By Pivot Point standards, the definition of dignity, as you see up there, is giving a hand up, not a handout. It is expected that people be a part of their own solution. You have to work for it too. So obviously this spoke to me. After a few conversations with Matt, I was all in. Pivot Point was operating in the space that you see here. They had quickly outgrown it, which was stifling the plans for growth in the future. This made it so that we ourselves found that we needed to make a pivot. We were getting more and more calls from people in need of work, appliances, and needing to get rid of their old appliances. At that time, we were simply just taking the appliances, throwing them in a roll away, and letting it be gone. But we realized that if we could recycle better, we could not only do better for the people we aim to serve, we could do better for our planet as a whole. That led us to a tour of Goodwill Greenworks, which showed us that our hearts were in the right place and that with a couple tweaks, we could do even better than what we originally planned and thought. We could not only just refurbish, we could recycle better and upcycle. Okay, so as of August 1st, we moved into our new space from our old ones in order to start executing our plans. In this space, we're going to hold a laundromat, community showers, and 2 spaces for evacuating refrigerants from appliances. These are some of our community service partners that basically keep us more than flush with individuals who have needs of our services. Problem is though we are still getting calls from other places asking for our services. These right here are the estimated number of appliances that are in the areas that we currently serve. These are the areas in the surrounding counties that we've been receiving calls from, and we've also established some partnerships with already to be able to execute this thing. The way we're going to address these issues is by doing what we call milk runs. Have a couple places where we basically go once or twice a month to go in to pick up these appliances and drop off other ones. As of right now, we're on phase 1, which is in the green there that you can see on the screen. Phase 2, which is the area that I was just talking about, is there in the blue. Phase 3 is in the orange. So the problem that we are currently facing right now is not having enough money to be able to provide toolkits, the proper training that the individuals need, and a second truck to be able to make this happen. So while the goal is to raise $75,000, any of you in this room can help us here today. by simply scanning the QR code and giving whatever it is that you can. $100 upcycles an appliance. $300 gives a toolkit to an individual, all the way up to $10,000, which is a sponsored appliance that can have information on it to connect anybody to any organizations of your choice. My contact information is there. Questions?